to Agree to Disagree. Agree to Disagree. With your host, Superfly Forte, First Class, DJ JT, and your girl, Sierra.
Yes. Check. We are back. We are back for another episode of Agree to Disagree. We want to welcome our listeners. You know, you're listening to A2D, the show. We got our hosts in the building. Need everybody to check in real quick.
First Class here, as always.
Sounding good.
Good morning. It's Sierra.
Our girl Sierra's in the building.
She's back.
Yes, she is back. Superfly Forte checking in.
Okay, so it sounds like the whole team's in the building, so it's going to be a good show.
Yep.
It's going to be a good one. So, I mean, we do this each and every week, so we're going to start off with what you guys been doing for the week. I'm going to start off with Sierra because she's been gone for a minute.
I haven't gone that long.
It's only an episode.
I said a minute.
1 week seems like a long time.
I mean, that's true.
I'm tired of saying this. Work.
I've
been working.
You're going to keep being tired of saying it because that's all we do now.
Nothing. I didn't. Oh, I went to Captain's Boil, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I've never been there yet.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm
It's so good.
Yeah, I've been there twice.
I like it.
Yeah.
But I was pretty upset because they didn't have oysters last night. I love oysters.
Is that on the menu though?
It is on the menu. Yeah.
Where did you go?
We went to the one in Ajax.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I got some shrimp and some crab legs, so I'm happy with that.
So, what's the rating?
Everybody's different. Some people don't like I don't know.
No, for you.
Oh, I love it. So
Yeah?
it's okay. So yesterday I would have given it a 9.5.
Oh, you've gone before too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah, a few times.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but I like it.
Okay. I gotta try that out, man.
Captain Boys, that's how it goes down.
For me, same thing that Sierra said, man. I've been working. Yesterday I went to a birthday party. Shouts to Therese on her 30th birthday. Yeah, it was an interesting birthday party. We watched the ball games and the UFC fight, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I've been pretty quiet. I've been trying to stay in my house because I'm still on this no fast food, no alcohol stuff. So it's best to just stay home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just been home chilling, So that's about it.
Yeah, for sure. For myself, this is JT. I don't know. I work for the most part. Yesterday, went to basically my best friend's son's birthday party. So shout out CJ. So that was pretty cool. It was at Playtime. So we did bowling. I didn't even
Playtime
know.
Bowl.
Yeah, Playtime Bowl.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Where's that?
That's like Kennedy, no?
No, it's closer to Yorkdale, like
I don't
that
know that one.
Orphis Road type of area.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So it's out there. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. You walk in, it kind of has like an arcade section. You walk past the arcade. They have all their bowling alleys, and then I learned yesterday they have laser tag in there too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's pretty much a full evening.
I've never done laser tag, and I'm so upset.
Really?
I've never done
You know
I
what?
really wanna
You know
go.
what? I've done it, and I think it's more hype than it is fun.
Yeah.
Like the
I
hype
can
of doing
imagine,
it.
Yeah.
I
Like
feel like paintball will probably be better than laser.
in
but
my
I love
opinion,
paintballing.
way better. Because
I
like
mean,
not doing that.
But I mean,
you have a
it hurts.
laser and it's
Yeah.
you lost. Like
The
Is it
paintball,
like
like-
teams or is it like
yeah,
like,
it
it
can be
depends where you
teams,
go. It can be singles. Yeah.
But basically, when you get hit, the vest that you're wearing vibrates or whatever,
Or it
and
makes a sound,
Makes
yeah.
a sound means you got hit.
but
You're
you
always
you
wanna
never
go-
even seen the person that shot you. Like I like
Oh.
paintball. Like it feels real and it does hurt. So
yeah, that's why I don't want to do it.
nah, but it's fun.
So
Though.
I don't know if you guys ever tried. I didn't personally try, but I've watched. There's a place called Battle Sports, so they do like the Nerf, like the Nerf
so it doesn't hurt
guns
as
and
much?
that.
Battle sports.
Yeah,
In Mississauga.
is it in Saga? I don't remember the
Okay.
exact location. But yeah,
That's
Battle
really
Sports
fun.
is pretty cool. They do like they have like the foam bow and
Yeah,
arrows.
yeah.
They have the Nerf guns with the fuzzy balls and stuff like that. So
Okay.
you get hit, but it doesn't hurt.
Oh, I
and
would
that's
do
a
that.
lot.
I
That's
would
a lot.
do that
It's
'cause
a lot of
the
running
I mean, that
around.
sounds fun, like living your kid self over again. But I don't know, man. I like paintballing.
No, for sure.
Because now you're like, I don't want to get hit, like you're saying. So you're trying to duck and move, and
But you know why I don't want to do it? For two reasons. Because with my group of friends, I'm like the baby. Like I can't handle that stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody naturally picks on me. So I would definitely
Lose.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
not
you can't
interested.
go in there talking about,
But you
don't
don't-
get me because everybody's gonna get
Exactly.
target.
well, you don't do paintball in singles though. So
Yeah, you do
if
it
you're
as a
smart,
team.
then
Yeah.
everybody that would pick on you just put on your teeth. That's what I would do. You could do certain things like, okay, there's only 2 of us left. Go back to back and move together. Like, I don't know. I like it. I feel like it's a play on militant.
So I've actually done. Speaking of paintball, have you ever done it like outdoors?
No, I want to do it
pretty-
outdoor.
Outdoors is pretty
You went
crazy.
east.
Yeah, was it east? No, actually I went west, Mississauga. So I
Oh,
went-
really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one I go to is at Dixie Road. I don't know if you've ever been to that one. It's right beside like
the
racing
401
cars.
racing thing.
Yes, yes.
I've been to that one.
It's not bad.
Then there's Sergeant Splatters, which
Never
is
been
kind of in the
there.
same area,
Yeah.
Orphis Road. I've gone there a couple of times. I actually own my own paintball gun.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I go pretty hard.
Serious?
So.
So Sierra, you have no choice, man. A2D paintball.
I'm
Thing.
not doing it. I'll keep score.
People, I'm telling you, we're gonna get her all day. Don't worry.
Okay.
We're
She's
gonna get her all
coming.
day.
She's coming. Yeah, man. So other than that, just work for the week for me. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing too crazy.
So paintballing after this?
I mean, hey, I'm always down, yeah. I'm always down.
It's there. Do not wait on me.
No,
but I'll be there.
okay. We can't wait to see her because we won't end up going.
Oh man. You
That's-
went? Oh yeah, we went. Yeah, we went. Yeah.
Paintball. So
I
make
love
sure you guys check it out. It's really good.
It's not that bad, Sierra. Like it doesn't hurt like that.
I think
Depends where you get hit,
Easy.
so it could hurt. Depends where you get hit.
Like where? Her breast? Like
No,
if we get hit on our
if you
body,
get-
then
if you get hit
yeah.
in your back of your neck where your mask.
Oh
is
yeah,
not
that's true.
covering.
That's true. That's true.
So, see, we're done.
That happened to me still.
you got hit
Remember
with your
that
neck?
scar you had?
Yeah,
that mark you had for a minute.
Talking too much.
Wow.
But then
You got capped
you
up.
see, you're a girl. For me, like even though I don't do that, but if look at my neck, dog. Like, whoa.
Actually, yeah. The first time I went, I like overdressed. So like the paintball, I like overdressed. So I had on like layers because the same thing. I was like, I don't want to get hit, but when I got hit, I didn't really feel it.
Yeah.
So then, but then when you're running around, you get hot and
You
stuff
get
like
hot,
that.
man. Yeah.
So then the next time I went, I'm not shorts, but I'm like light pants and stuff. When I got hit, like I woke up with bruises the next day. Like
You guys are talking her out of it.
I'm
man.
not. I was never in it.
Yes, you
so
were. You just didn't know it yet.
I was never in
or
it.
something. Watch us run around, blow the whistle.
Exactly. I'll keep score.
Man. You know what? If you want Sierra to go paintballing,
Hit us
let us
up.
know.
Hit us up. Let's get a poll going. Should Sierra play
No.
paintball or not?
I'm gonna put that on Insta straight. Everybody's gonna put that on Insta. We're gonna put our votes together, and whatever the vote says, Sierra has to do.
I never agreed to this.
Oh man, that's
The
good.
bullying
That's
is
good.
real.
So yeah, that's a little catch up what everybody's been doing for the week, and we're gonna move on to our next segment. So you guys don't go nowhere.
The breakdown.
So yes, this section is called the breakdown. This is where you get the scoop about what's happening in life. So our girl Sierra's back. So this is her time to shine. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, Sierra,
so,
shine, man, shine.
So I am guilty of not doing my homework. I don't
Sounds
know.
like a reoccurring offense, guys.
I'm having some trying times. Okay, it was actually a hectic week for me at work.
Mm-hmm.
So I work with So what I do is I'm a facilitator for individuals living with disabilities, helping them find employment. So I run a 20-week workshop at a time, but my coordinator is on vacation, so it's me by myself. And this is week 1.
Oh wow!
So I was
Yeah.
alone.
How do you
So I
how do you get vacation on week 1?
So to be on,
he got in trouble.
so to understand, you guys are falling for this.
Falling. What?
I mean, she said that I'm good to say, guys. This is the only reason I never did it.
No. That's not, I'm saying this is why I didn't do it this time.
Okay. But now I hear you on that. That's not fun.
It's hectic, but
that's
I
not
love my
fun.
job, so I just been mad busy, and then when I get home, I like knock
You're
out.
bust.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
But-
what that week
I
looks
feel like
like.
that's everybody, man. Like I don't want to do anything when I get
Yeah.
home.
And I just feel like the last couple weeks have been pretty quiet. Like I don't care about anything I really see because I'm just so hurt about the Nipsey situation. And I know you guys talked about it last week, but I wasn't here.
So you weren't here. So do your homework. What do you want to say about Nip? And we'll even go into that a little deeper
I'm just
after.
first of all, the shooting is just terrible. It's I remember when Nipsey is somebody that actually my fiance really enjoys Nipsey's music.
Okay.
And then I like Nipsey because I just always thought he was good looking, and that's the truth. And then I really love Lauren London, so knowing that they were together was one of those things. Like, I like Nipsey Hussle, you know. But my best friend and we would always send each other little pictures here and there and talk about how good looking he is. So when I saw that he was shot, I sent it to her immediately, and we both were like, I hope he's okay. And maybe 10-15 minutes later, they said that he had passed. It wasn't long, So it was just really devastating because you hear about these rappers. A few rappers have gotten shot in the last, I would say, 6 months, and it's always like shot in the leg, they're okay. You know what I mean? So I was not expecting at all that it would be like Nipsey Hussle has passed away. And I was just really sad. Like, I was thinking about his kids, and I didn't know much about what he really did. You know, like all of the...
Like even now or like now?
No,
because
now I do. But at the time, I didn't know that he affected his community so much. And like he was so involved, I should say. I did not know that. So I was already sad because, like I said, like I like Nipsey, what I knew of him. And then I was thinking about Lauren and the fact that their son is so young and things like that. And then, you know, when you hear rumors, so I heard his daughter was there, but that hasn't been confirmed. I don't think.
Yeah, I heard that, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
I don't care about stuff like that anyway. Like, I care that if she was there, she's seen it, but not care to confirm the rumors.
Right. But these are just the things that I heard. So that's what I was like focused on. And then obviously as the week progressed, I was hearing like more details of the story and then watching the video, and then the whole debate about, they killed him because of the documentary that he was working on with Dr. Sabai, is it? Sebi, thank you. And right away, I'm so happy. Honestly, nothing makes me happier than when I don't co-sign something. Because like I always wonder with the people who co-sign things, and then when they find out that that's not true, like, do you go back and say, my bad, or you say nothing at all?
I would just because you co-signed it. Like, I feel like if you're real about it, just say, okay, I made a mistake.
Exactly.
It's not
if you're real, keep it real. You made a mistake, right?
At the end of the day, people are just kind of jump on what they see. They don't do their research. Right?
Exactly.
So that's why you gotta wait until you actually know what you're talking about before you talk about it.
But I will say this one point on that though. I know that you're gonna say some people said that, but then we found out that it was this guy. But the truth of the matter is, we still don't know that. Like, you never know. Like, he was
an informant for the police in the first place. So
but if you're an informant for the police in the first place, and I'm saying if the government was to, wouldn't that be the perfect person?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, on the other side,
it's not far off.
Right. So, like, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that it is a conspiracy. I'm just saying we truthfully never know.
You never know.
They will hide whatever they want to hide and spin a story however they need to make us think whatever we need to think.
I definitely agree with that, but I still believe the majority of the actual proof and facts that is out there is that they were in the same set or whatever, et cetera, which I'm sure you guys covered already. So that's where I'm going with that. And that's because I have hardcore facts. It's not like what it might look like. You know what I mean? So actually, I got into like a heated debate with an individual on Instagram.
No names.
No. Friendly debate, I should say. Where she strongly believed the conspiracy and we were like sending each other clips and stuff, and she was like she's like, watch this one, and I'm like, no, look at this one, like going back and forth. But and that's really how I got more knowledge of really what Nipsey was into. So it was really sad. And then I don't know, then the funeral, I guess we'll just start there because I guess we'll start there because obviously that's where you guys would have left off. He didn't have his going home celebration as yet. So I literally rushed my youth. I was like, okay, we're leaving early, guys. Okay, bye. Because I wanted to make sure that I watched it. And honestly, I was like in tears the whole time. Like I streamed it from my office, and then I got in the car and I was driving. Yeah. I was listening while it was playing.
Thank you. We did not support.
But I literally had to pull over
driving,
and because it was just really sad to see. And one thing that I want to say, I'm all over the place because I have so much emotions about it. But
you're good.
One thing that I really want to say is most of the time when a black individual, especially somebody who's a rapper or gang affiliated, passes away or even is shot as in anything, they like to vilify the individual and like bring up all these bad things that they did. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I have not heard one negative
ever.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the most part, you're right, but they did try.
Yeah,
in the beginning, they were trying to say, "Oh, it's gang affiliated," and try to. But
they talked about gang culture. That's what killed him. And
I assume because there's such a following that they shut that down real quick.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't even agree because saying that it's gang affiliated is not a lie. They were both in a gang, right? And the reason why they had contention is because Eric Holder went against the rules of the gang. I don't know proper,
but not really
terminology.
Though. Like yes, but not really. Like it was just somebody that like. It wasn't like he's like, yo, or from what it's reported, because obviously I'm not there, I don't know. But it wasn't from what they reported, like, oh, you're a snitch, get out of here. It was that he was there and he was like, yo, honestly, we all know that you have done this. Yeah. And you just can't be here. Yeah. And the way that they made it sound is that he was more so trying to protect him.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Yeah. So I feel like to me, that's not gang affiliate. That could happen to me right now if somebody wants to come to my house, if I'm having a party and they do something. If I was in a gang 10 years ago, does that mean that like...
Well, Nipsey was always in the gang.
No, I know he's always in the gang, but it's not the same as it was before, if you get what I'm saying.
I don't agree. I still think because they were both in the same gang, that's why they classified it as gang affiliates, right? Okay. So that's where I see it, and I feel like they could have went way deeper with that to bring up. I'm sure Nipsey's been arrested before. I'm sure he was in a gang, so I'm sure he's done some type of criminal activities. But I haven't heard one story to say Nipsey did this, that, and the third. Once, other than the fact that him and this guy were in the same gang, and the guy had done whatever, and Nipsey could have easily gone a different way, as in Nipsey could have been the one to either call somebody to come deal with this guy or whatever, but he was trying to do, and that's I think what hurts the most about it is the fact that he was trying to protect, really and truly, he was trying to protect that guy. You know what I mean? To be like, you shouldn't be over here. Before it becomes something it doesn't need to be, you should leave. And that guy is like nothing but a coward to me in every way. The fact that you left, you came back, you shot him. When Nipsey responded to you and you realized he's not dead, you shot him again. And then you wanted to make sure that he was dead and you came over and you shot him again.
And I don't know if you heard
he kicked him.
Yeah, but do you know the reason why that happened?
Because why? What happened? Why shot him, or why
people
there?
Can't do anything in that, or couldn't do anything in that situation?
Why? What do you mean?
So supposedly, all the people that work at his store,
are ex-cons, so they don't have.
Like that was his one rule.
Yep.
So that was why I guess. I mean, for me, I can't really say it, but looking at it from the outside in, I would think that somebody would try and like stop him. I get it. He has a gun. But this guy saved your life, technically.
No, I agree, but...
I'm not going to judge a man on what he did, but I'm just saying, I think that that's.
But remember, Nipsey wasn't the only one shot. So it's
there was 3 other people that were shot, and also most of the people were in the store. Most of the people were in the store, so I don't think it was something where it's like everybody standing around and nobody's
they weren't really expecting that to go happen.
That's fair. Yeah, but I don't know if you guys covered that they ended up going. So when they were looking for Eric, they went and shot up his girlfriend's house.
I heard that.
And then they shot up
like Nipsey's people?
You don't know.
Well, whoever, probably individuals in Nipsey's in the gang. I would assume. And then they shot up his family home as well.
Eric
Eric's family home,
Okay.
yeah. And then after that happened is when he went to the mental clinic that he went to try to claim insanity.
Yeah.
And then what I've heard, so the girl that was supposedly she's claiming that she didn't, or she claimed that she didn't know that he was shooting the driver. She claimed that she didn't know that Eric went over there to shoot anybody, which I never believed. But apparently she's dead.
And how do you know that she said that? Like, was there an interview?
Yeah. She the police called. No, not the police. Sorry. TMZ called her, and that was her statement. Yeah. And there was like a lot of lies. She tried to say she didn't know him. Then it came out like her car. I believe it's her car that's registered in his name, or the other way around.
Okay. Eric Garner's name.
Yeah, Garner, not Garner. Eric Holder. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But one of the, like, either her car is registered to him or his car is registered to her, something like that. And the mechanic, they know each other. And then they, so I don't know. I was really confused as to why she wasn't charged at all. Like, I was really confused with that.
I mean, it's still
you have
fresh,
to, it's fresh, and you have to prove that she actually knew he went to do that, right?
And even like going back to what we're saying, one thing that I heard somebody say is that there's no one has seen video yet
of her
of anything.
I saw it.
Oh no, there's videos.
There's video
Of what?
Of the shooting.
Yeah, but you don't see the person properly, right?
I didn't watch the video myself.
I watched the video.
I don't watch the video, but that's what I'm
it's hard
saying.
to tell who it was.
That's
but
what I mean.
People are like, people who were there were like, yo, I see this guy here.
No, but I get that.
And he runs, when he runs off camera, so then you don't know what happens after that.
But I just want to say two things. We don't know Eric personally, so we can look at a video and say, well, I don't know, because it was far away. But if I, like, let's say it's the two of you, you know,
why does everybody
First Class
always point at me? Like,
no, I'm saying
not shooting nobody.
Vice versa. Okay, so my best friend and I know her very well. You know, I could tell her from a distance, see that it's her from a distance. So if I see a video of her, I'm gonna be able to say, like, that looks exactly like
I hear what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. But all I'm saying is from what I heard, which nobody's confirming anything. But what they say is that LA has cameras on every corner. So that was part of the, well, how come we haven't seen any other video or blah blah, or how come they have? Because there are people that will, quote unquote, investigate, and like, I don't know if you know this, but certain things you can go right now to the court.
100%.
And request it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's too fresh for that.
Yeah,
or, you know what I mean?
He's not guilty yet. You can't put out that footage. Like, if they're looking for somebody, they're going to put out that footage. If they already have the suspect in custody, they're not going to release
no,
the
but they're saying that they don't have any footage.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even talking about regular people, like police.
No, I'm referring to.
I never heard that, and a reason. I don't know what source you got that from.
I don't know either. That's why I'm not confirming anything.
But even Nipsey's mother, when she was speaking, she said, "Remember,
there is a
she
video
said,
from the gas station." Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that there is no video. They have it. Exactly.
Okay, and that's fair. That's fair.
So that's another reason why there's, like, I believe 100% that they've caught the right person.
Yeah, I'm not thinking that they didn't catch the right person. I'm just putting out there, like, other reasons why I heard people were iffy at the time. But
and then also with the going back to the girl, like, it was her car. She admitted she said, I was in the car. I was in the car, right? Yeah. So even though we don't have video of her, I guess, or we haven't seen video of her, she put herself there. She already said that. But apparently, I've heard that she's dead.
Okay.
I don't know if that's 100% true or not.
6 people are dead already from his side. So I don't know who.
From Nipsey's side or from the Eric's
pronouns pal, From
and that's the thing where it's like, I don't know much about gangs at all, but I don't know. It's like that part is really sad. Where it's like you were that upset. You must know you were in the same gang. You must
know,
like,
what's gonna the repercussions.
Exactly. Exactly. When people do things like that, it's like, I feel like it's like, what's that say? Like, you hide your hand. I'm that saying where it's like you throw a stone, you hide your hands, type of thing. But it's like, So you killed Nipsey knowing that you have all these family members, and then you ran.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if you do this in your...
So with what you're saying, wouldn't that help, I don't want to say solidify, but help the conspiracy theory? Like if you know the repercussions of whatever's coming, why would you do something unless you are really influenced to do it? Or there was other ulterior motives, you know what I mean?
You could say that, but you could also flip it as he's just selfish. Like
no, for sure,
he did it
for sure.
and ran away, so it's like he's only worried about his own self, you know.
And maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't even know the impact that it would have had.
How far it is
exactly?
Like,
I think
because if you're in a gang, you're thinking
they're gonna come for me.
Exactly. Well, not even that because you know that they go for people's families, but you're thinking like, yo, I might have my boy so they can come. You're not thinking that the entire world now. So it's like on top of you guys being in a gang, it's like we have something to prove because we have to protect our gang. Right. You are now, think about it, the whole world is talking about this. So I'm sure even people in the gang feel even more that they have to, do something about it. You know what I'm trying to say?
I do. Yeah. So here's what I'll say on that. I think that you touched on something that's really huge. I've never killed anybody, so I can't confirm, but I do feel like sometimes people in these situations do something and don't sit there, think of the effect, and after it's like, oh shit, what did I just do? But I also look at it like it's one thing, again, I never want him to die, but it's one thing for like them to be somewhere random, get in an argument and that happened, but yo, you shot him in his community in front of his store where he's trying to help the same people.
Literally.
Right. Yeah. So to me, I look at that like it's one thing to kill you, but now you're it's insult to injury. Yeah. So I'm doing it on your parts. You know what I mean? Like this is what you worked so hard for, so I'm gonna take you out in front of your people on what you worked for. Yeah. Which in essence it's true. Like a gang, no matter how you look at them, are supposed to be a family. Yeah. So when you killed him, you killed the family. Yeah. So you have to. And I don't condone anybody else dying from it. I think it's sad because these are probably innocent people that have nothing to do with this. But you signed up for this. You knew. And
that's why I think he's a punk, because it's like you ran, and the fact that you went to like the mental health clinic.
Yeah, he knew.
It's like you are such a, I don't have the words for what I think of, like a coward. I don't know what else, but in every sense of the way, because you like you said, you went against the family, and then your blood family you went against because you knew that these people might come after your people, and you left them there.
Yeah, you should have turned yourself in.
Exactly.
You don't know if it would have happened still, but
exactly
the chances,
And then you ran to try to protect yourself by claiming insanity because you knew that these people were coming for you, you know? And the last thing that I want to add, is anybody who put up that footage of Lauren London getting to the hospital, even the I just hate this era that it's like before you sympathize and empathize more so than sympathy, empathize with somebody going through something. It's like oh my gosh, I want to be the person to report this.
Yeah.
And it makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, I don't like that
I hate it. I hate the fact that I saw Nipsey like that. He's not the first person. And the last week, in the week that Nipsey passed away, the week before that, there were these big promoters from Jamaica, 2 back to back. Actually, the day after I left Jamaica, one had passed away. He got shot, and the 2 days before Nipsey, or the day before, something like that, another guy, and they're like huge people in Jamaica. Which, whatever, we don't need to get into who they are, but
you can say their name. Rest in peace, straight.
I watched both of them. Like I was like looking into it, and then I'm scrolling, and they literally have video of both of them, and I'm like, in one of the guys' video, he was shot in the head, and like in front of his car, and nobody was like crying. I thought that was the craziest video I've ever watched, where it was like, oh, is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Look, and I'm like, what is really going on? First of all, it is. To be fair, in Jamaica, the crime rate is insane. So you see this all the time, to be honest. But the fact that it's like you literally videotaped this, and then I'm sure that because I saw it multiple times, so then you took it and then you reposted it and you took it and you reposted it, you know what I mean? And then same with the other guy. He was shot in his car and they were best friends. And he was shot in his car, and then same thing. Like, and then some people took a screenshot and made it a still picture. And I'm like, these guys have kids, they have grandkids. You know, they have wives, they have whatever else. Yeah. Exactly. And I literally, so I feel like with that and then the Nipsey thing, I didn't sleep. Like, I have not had a good night's sleep. I keep thinking about this over and over and over again. And I feel like this affects me differently because I have a son now. Honestly, yeah, what did you say?
I'm happy that you had a chance to speak on this, because one thing that I didn't like in social media, what you just said, for sure, 100, but also, like, listen to you talk, you're not a avid Nipsey fan.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean that you can't feel for him.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was a lot of that on social media where it's like, oh, so now you care about Nipsey, and it's like, yo, take in everything. Like, I can't tell you that because you didn't listen to every Nipsey song that I don't want to hear about your testimony. Like, everybody's testimony is valid to everybody's testimony. And at the end of the day, what you said, I feel like everybody did at this table. Like, man, what if it was me and the family I left behind? So I think that's big that you said that, because I hated that. I hated every post that I seen, like, pretty much minimizing people's feelings because they weren't as big a Nipsey fan as this person.
That has nothing to do. First of all, I think I saw a lot, which is so funny when you say something out loud and then you see it.
Yeah.
In a meme, that's what I love about memes so much. It's like, I feel that somebody else feels that too. But the whole thing with, like, when I don't even remember when Tupac passed away, honestly, but I remember.
Yes, we know you're young.
Biggie. I am young.
Younger.
I remember when Biggie died. I remember watching it. I remember everything about it, right? But I didn't have any emotion.
Yeah,
I think I was 8 years old or something like that. Somewhere around there. Yeah. So I didn't understand it. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, the guy that I like some of his songs, he's dead now. You know, and I remember watching his the video clips of his processional and everything like that. But Nipsey was like the first person where it like affected me in the sense of not because I was the biggest fan, but because I liked some of Nipsey's songs before, but I didn't listen to him religiously. But like you said, like, I was thinking about Lauren. I was thinking about his kids. I was thinking about, oh wow, he bought all this property. He was giving people jobs. He stood for something, and now this is gone. Type of thing, you know. So that's where I felt it the most. But I completely agree. I think people who do that is whack. It's so whack. And you can feel something just because you don't post it, or you do post it, doesn't mean you don't feel it.
It's just like having somebody, like, if any one of us had somebody that passes, I might not know that person. But because of you, I feel a way. So I'm like, oh man, my bad, my condole. Like, you know, it's the same thing. Like, just because I just feel like no one should ever measure the level that you should be at before you can say something. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I've definitely gone to funerals for people I don't even know and cried because I see how much other people that I do know are hurt by this. You know? So, but it was sad, and I just pray for his family, and watching like his brother talk and his sister and the kids, like these are grown men who have been essentially, when you come from certain lifestyles, you are taught not to have emotion. You know what I mean? And to see all of them be so affected by one individual just goes to show you how big. His funeral was in the Staples Center. I don't think, did anybody take in how...
Do you know who? There's only one other person that did that.
Yeah. Michael Jackson. Okay.
Like, you know how crazy that is?
No, I know.
And the fact that you only had one album. Yep. Like, I understand that you can't measure somebody by like music, but that is crazy. That shows that he had like a real heart. He had a good intent, and everybody that he touched, he left something with them. Which is why it goes back to, I can't tell, like, I can't speak for somebody, but you must have known that if you were around, you must have known that you were gonna get touched because, like you said, he's in a Staples Center. You might not have known that was gonna happen, but you clearly knew when you were shooting him that like everybody loves him.
Dead. Like instead of him to be like, I shot you, and then I don't know what that guy was thinking.
Snoop even said he's the king of LA.
Yeah.
Like for Snoop to say that, that's huge. So yeah, he had a huge impact. He had an impact on everybody. Look at everybody. Like I'm telling you, this is the only time I can remember that somebody has passed and like it's still around. Like everybody I talk to still has that feeling.
Yeah.
You know, like usually it's like, oh, they passed, I feel bad, and then 3 days later it's back to normal life.
Yeah.
But everybody is still like holding on this feeling of where is he? Like, is he coming back? Like, I can't believe he's gone.
Yeah. Some people still feel like it's a dream.
Yeah. It's and none of us know him.
No, I know, you know I know.
So it just shows you like how somebody can impact so many things. And like Sierra said, which is huge, he stood for something, and I feel like we don't see that a lot.
No, for sure. That's one of those things that I think is very, very rare.
Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, I didn't really see. Well, okay, I'm a little bit older, so we're when Big died, like I realized it, and I kind of put it on the same level. And the only reason why I say that is because for Big, like, obviously he didn't have like that large funeral. They kind of kept it a little bit more home scale. But to see the city of New York when his processional was going was crazy. Like, it was one of those things that I like. As young as I was, like, I got chills. I'm like, holy, this guy affected a lot of people. Like, people were in the streets, people were hanging out of their window, people were like like, it was crazy. And I'm like,
you know, not for Big, for Nip. So the processional, you see how they did the 25 miles?
Yeah.
On a regular day, that route is a 90-minute drive. It took them 5.5 hours to get to do the whole thing because that's how many people.
I can imagine. So I actually didn't even watch Nipsey's funeral.
That's not people outside, right? Like,
and I watched it. That. So I watched the funeral, and then I was watching the live processional, but from the view of outside of his plaza, right on Slauson. So I was watching it, and I'm like, and my aunt had come over to start planning for the wedding, and she was getting annoyed because I'm like not paying attention because I'm like, where is this guy? Because I watched it for hours before he actually got there. Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, and obviously LA time is different, so I'm like, did I miss it? Because I didn't get it. It was like, I started that at 3, and now we're 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I still didn't see him. Okay. And my aunt's like, Sierra, he's gone, because like that doesn't make any sense, you know? And then finally he showed up, and then the next day I learned it took them 5.5 hours. I'm like, that goes to really show you.
Yeah, he touched a lot of people.
Yeah.
Touched a lot of people. And I think in very different ways.
Yeah.
Very different ways. Whether it be through the music, whether it be through his community, whether it with his knowledge, it was just, I think his outreach was pretty far.
And let me correct what I said too. I said that we don't see a lot, which we don't, but we definitely don't see a lot from somebody like him. Like, we've seen Obama, okay, but you're in the presidential, like, you know, like, this is somebody that, like, you feel like
he's at arm's length.
That's your boy.
I said that. Lauren and Nip remind me of a more attainable Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Fact.
Yeah.
Like, Jay-Z and Beyonce are like, seem like, they seem like, yo, it could never be done type of thing. But Lauren and Nipsey's love, it reminds me of Jay-Z and Beyonce with that whole, you know, whatever, but it seems like they're just right over there. It doesn't seem like
hood love, like that good hood love.
I like right? I love them.
Like, I was talking to Forte about it when we were talking about a funeral, and like, usually, I don't mind if the wife is strong. Like, I like that. I like seeing a strong wife. Blah blah. But I don't really like you putting certain things in there. Like, to me, it's gimmicky. But when she ended with the marathon continues, I was all for it. And like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but to me, like, I looked at her and I'm like, yo, that's the definition of a woman. Like, she, in that speech, to me, she embodied her man, and she showed like, yo, this is something that I'm still gonna stand for and blah blah. And like as much as I'm hurt, I'm still gonna be strong. And I really love that she said to, it's not just me, it's LA. Just to show like
she's not just thinking about herself. She understands
and she
impact.
understands the gravity. Like that to me, like that is, I don't know. To me, that's mind blowing because your man, your husband, your world just died. So you should really only be focused on you
and your kids.
But you're still looking at it on such a big scale. And I don't know. I respect the hell out of her for that.
Yeah.
Straight.
I agree, man. I didn't watch the funeral myself, but yeah, I heard a lot of stuff about it. I heard Stevie Wonder performed.
Yeah.
I don't know who else performed, but
Marsha Ambrosia, Anthony Hamilton, and Janae Aiko. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
can we give a clap for the guy that still has his dreads in, by the way? Stevie's still holding on.
Literally holding on.
They're running. Maybe he doesn't feel it. I don't know. But he still has it. That one style, boy.
Yeah. So I heard that's something that Nipsey actually rapped about. Like it was lyrics in one of his songs that
when I go, and that's another thing. I didn't listen to it because I didn't want to be that person who's like, all of a sudden he's gone now. I want to listen to his music.
That's what his music is for, though.
Yeah.
And then after the going home, I watched it. I started listening, and like I'm like, oh my god. First of all, it's so scary when somebody kind of talks about their death.
Prophesize it.
Yeah.
Most of those people who go do.
But you know what?
Yeah.
We were talking about this too. He was meant to die. I don't mean that in a bad way. He fulfilled his purpose, and like it's scary because again, a lot of us don't know that. Like I feel like truthfully, he was an angel. He was a person that was sent here to do something. He did it, and now it's like, yo, I know someone's gonna take me, but I have the courage and the bravery to do this. And again, social media, a lot of people were like comparing him to Jesus.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I mean, neither. Yeah.
But I can understand you saying certain things like he had that courageous feeling that we've never seen Jesus, but you can feel that feeling of, wow, look at the following.
I feel like he's more of one of Jesus's disciples.
Exactly.
Than like to say that he is Jesus.
Right.
Like it's a coincidence that he was 33. Yeah. But I'm not like, he's 33. He's Jesus. He had a message. Facts. He left with his message. That's Jesus. Facts. Like I don't agree, and I think that's really disrespectful.
I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. Like I understand it, but it's too far. Like you can't. But he's definitely to me sent from God. Like
And shout out to his mom.
Yeah.
Before we're done,
the whole family.
She's strong.
Yeah, man, the whole family.
I think his whole family.
his
whole camp right now is like.
But on the flip side, I'm not taking anything away from them. But it's also they've had a week of tears, of like heartbreak. It's
but I think that changes anything. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think due to the magnitude of who he was and what he stood for, I think because of that, it's gonna hurt for so much longer.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the hurt is gone. I'm just saying. After a week, sometimes like having somebody close to me that like you just get tired of crying, man.
I don't think so.
No, I mean
maybe you get tired of crying when you're by yourself, but then at the funeral, that's a different. All the emotion, it's brand new.
No, the emotions come back, but sometimes too, you want to be strong for
everybody else.
Yeah, you want to be, and I think too, if we look at his situation, like okay, usually a death happens and. I don't say it fizzles out, but slowly, family members and stuff, they return back home or whatever. Like Nipsey's death hasn't gone away. Like you turn on the TV, it's on there. You turn on social media. So even if I was trying to get over it, even if I was trying not to think about it, even if I was trying to,
it's in your face.
It's in my face like every single day. You know what I mean? So I think like his whole side, like that's crazy to go through that. Yeah. That's so crazy to just not have that break.
And lastly, I don't know if I said it last week, but you brought up her mom. Her mom said something.
His mom
said something along the lines of like she knew something was coming, but she thought it was gonna be her and blah blah.
The grandma,
right?
Yeah,
and like we just gotta listen to our instincts, man. I said that before, but like we just gotta listen to our instincts and like you feel something sometimes, follow it, man, because. Everything happens for a reason.
I've been kind of quiet on this topic because obviously we've been talking about this on air and off air for the last couple of weeks, so I don't really. I could literally sit here and talk about this for days. So
for sure.
I'm not gonna say too much. I watched the funeral. It was rough getting through the funeral.
Yeah.
That's about it, man. Just rest in peace, Nip.
Rest in peace, Nip, man.
For sure.
I don't think we need anything else on the breakdown today.
No.
Nah, I think the breakdown is good. The only thing I'll say, and we'll leave it at that, other than RIP Nip, Raptors need to win game 2 because I was very disappointed yesterday.
Were you?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a little.
No, we don't have time.
Let's talk about that.
We don't have time. We're not doing this every year.
A couple episodes back, we were talking about the Raptors and the playoffs and who do you think's gonna win.
Right.
And you were so sure about the Raptors are a different team now.
They are.
LeBron's gone. Okay. They're a different team.
Okay.
But they're doing the exact same thing.
No.
Wait. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to just make sure that the show is efficient in time this week. Okay? But you want to get me all heated up now.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. It was one game.
Listen,
No, I'm not listening, man.
I understand. Well, that's the problem. Rappers don't listen. That's why they lose in game 1.
Well, they should hire me.
Maybe they should.
Wait a minute. Go ahead.
My issue was Lowry and DeRozan in the playoffs. And what happened? Lowry
got 0 points.
No. But
you got a goose egg.
Let's not.
Did he have no stats?
It doesn't matter. Did he win?
Okay, wait, hold on.
Okay, that's
so
the point.
I'm with First Class. It was one game. That's
one game.
I'm not saying they can't win the series.
Just shut up.
And don't be mad at me, okay? Don't be mad at me because the Raptors don't know how to win a game 1. I wasn't on the court. Don't be mad at me. I'm probably going to score more than 0 points.
Stop that. You haven't played in like 2 years now.
I can hit a free throw. All right?
Listen, let me tell you something, sir. When you don't play for a while, I know from experience, that shot that looks good or that layup can be off.
Well, what's Lowry's excuse then?
None.
So Larry doesn't have an excuse, and
I'm being serious.
There's a couple things that are wrong with Larry and his issues and playoffs and stuff like that. But DJ Augustine had the game of his life. He tied his career high.
Yeah.
He was like 4 or 5 shooting 3-point. Like he doesn't have those games. So
I think the point,
if you remove him and that situation that never happens,
if you remove Lowry and put in Van Fleet, we probably would have won.
Listen here, Mr. Forte. I'm not going to let you disrespect Lowry in this place, okay? I understand what you're saying, and I agree. But I'm not going to let you do it, okay? Because I was wearing his jersey yesterday.
Oh, were you?
You were? Yeah, I was.
And you were at a party? Oh, man.
No, I didn't wear it to the party.
Oh, okay.
I had to change.
Yeah. You put on your GS jersey after that?
Yo, if you know how salty I was after that game. Because, I mean, let's be clear. Let's call a spade. You just have to score 5 points.
That's it.
We would have won it.
He free throws. Did you guys watch that?
Well, truthfully, and I'm not knocking him because I think that he is so vital to our team. But truthfully, what happened is Siakam got tired, and there was a couple plays where he would have helped.
Yeah.
Not he got beat, but he would have helped, and it would have made a difference. And you could tell he was just gassed for the first time.
Siakam you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, there was a layup that Augustine did. He beat Danny Green, and you can just see that he was going to beat Danny Green.
Oh, yeah.
Siakam could have rolled over and helped, and you could see him just watching.
Yeah, let's not blame anybody else.
I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming him.
Okay, all right.
I cannot blame Siakam.
Yeah, great
because
game.
he's playing his ass off.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, there was a couple plays that should have happened. Lowry should have scored at least one basket.
If you're an all-star, you cannot have 0 points in a playoff game. That's all I'm saying.
But he was the last pick, man.
Didn't he get it by default? He got it by default this year.
No, shut your mouth, man. Listen. He did not get by default. Okay, he got what he deserved. He's gonna be better game 2. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
I agree.
Who did they play?
Oh, here goes Sierra.
Orlando. Probably don't know anybody on that team.
Orlando.
Terrence Ross. She might know Terrence
Yeah, I was
Ross.
gonna say you should know.
Oh, yeah, Terrence, you dated Amber Rose.
Wow.
You can tell who our grab the stories person is.
Orlando. Give me the first.
That's probably it. I don't think I know anybody else.
No, Orlando, but what is their
Magic.
Oh. Do you know I was going to say the Hornets?
Whoa.
Close enough.
All right, I think that's
that ends the breakdown. Guys, don't crucify her this week.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, so yeah. So now that we've
you know what? I want to make a request. Actually, I know this might take you off your game.
Last minute,
this might take you off your game. I was just thinking with all we're talking about, if you could play Nip, Dedication.
You get? Okay, yeah.
What are you going to say?
Nothing.
Not speak your mind.
You didn't play Nip last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't play him again?
No, definitely. But I just was unsure. Okay.
Yeah, and shout out to the Orlando Hornets.
All right, don't go nowhere. You're listening to Agree to Disagree, and we're about to listen to the mix.
Man.
Let's go.
It's time for the mix.
Look, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real celebration. It's a dime block declaration. 59th and 5th Ave, granny house with vanilla wafers. It's the remedy to separation. Tupac of my generation. Blue pill in the fucking matrix. Red rose in the great pavement. Young black trapped and he can't change it. Know he a genius, he just can't claim it. Cause they left him no platforms to explain it. He frustrated, so he get faded. But deep down inside, he know you can't fade him. How long should I stay dedicated? How long till opportunity meet preparation? I need some real reparations, or I run up in your bank just for recreation. Dedication, hard work, plus patience. To some more of my sacrifice, I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. Dedication. It's dedication. Look.
I spent my whole life thinking out the box. Boxing homies 3-on-1, got DP, but I ain't dropped. Chirp on me, here I come. Spin around the block, they blurped on me. Said I ran a stop sign, but that's a lie. I spent my whole life staring at the stage, playing Sega, daddy smoking, mama playing spades, catching vapors. Grandma said I get some Jordans for my grades, that's my baby. When she died, my heart broke 100 ways. I spent my whole life trying to make it, trying to chase it. The cycle of a black man divided, trying to break it. You take a lost shit, don't cry about it, just embrace it. Mine a setback for major comeback, that's my favorite. My L said you do a song with Nip, K-Dot here better. I said he a man first, you hear the words out his lips about flourishing from the streets to black businesses. Level 4 y'all living, giving to false imprisonment. Listen close,
ladies and gentlemen, this is the remix. Houston's finest. Lil Flip, Beyonce, holla at him. Posted up in the back of the party, girl. Cause I don't want a good girl, I want a naughty girl. I like your style and your body, girl. And we can leave the spot in my Maserati, girl. Anything you need, I got it, girl. Cause I'm connected, my game perfected. I'm reppin' Texas every time I spit. This ain't a one night stand, I wanna make you my chick, yeah. Okay.
I wanna hear you say my name, boy. If you can reach me,
I can reach you.
You can feel my burning flame. Feeling kind of feeling you say, well, I just want to take you away, baby. The minute I feel your energy, the vibe is just taking over me. Start feeling so crazy, baby. I feel it coming over me. When I was starting into me, I never feeling so crazy,
Situation will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebrations with the guys I sacrificed, cause I knew you could not sleep without it. Meanwhile, I loved you. You were my girl. You see, I thought the world of you, but you're so steady leaving, baby. It's okay, girl, cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. Whenever you say everyone's got to make a living.
LOX, yeah. J-Lo, yeah, yo, we off the block this year.
Went from a low to a lot this year.
Everybody mad at the rocks that I wear.
I know where I'm going and I know where I'm from. You hear locks in the air.
Yeah, we at the airport out. D-block from the block where everybody Air Forced out.
With a new white tee, you fresh. Nothing phony with us. Make the money, get the mansion, bring the homies with us.
all the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Wanna be what you see. Don't be fooled by the box that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the box that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from.
Whenever I got no money, she is still my honey. And there is no reason to be funny, cause I say that. I don't care what you say, but you can say, girl. Keep on saying your thing, yeah. And I don't care what you do, but you can do, girl. Keep on doing your thing, yeah. And I don't care what you shake, but you can shake, girl. You have my head to spin, yeah. And I don't care what you kiss, but you can kiss, girl. You have this brother sing that people keep on telling me that you're here to stay, yeah. But I keep on telling them that you will go away. Cause why? Two wrongs can't make no right. Now, ain't nothing wrong with a good old fight, yeah.
Check. Yes, 1, 2. So that was the mix, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree. I mean, the breakdown just now went a little long, but you know, it's one of those heavy topics that we got involved in, and we just had to, you know, express how we feel. And you know, I know the people want to hear what's up and what's going on with Nip, so we had to do that for everybody. But I mean, now we're gonna get into our main topic, so don't go nowhere because listen to Agree to Disagree.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for this week's main topic.
All right, so this week's main topic is going to be introduced by your girl Sierra.
Okay, so this week I'd like to talk about, or we would like to talk about, age versus maturity. And we didn't get to touch on it in the breakdown, but the Kodak Black situation with Nip and Lauren. And I think that's a perfect example of age versus your maturity. So for anybody who doesn't know, Kodak Black is a rapper, not the greatest, but he does have some bops. I will give him that. But he was on his Instagram live talking about essentially what he was saying was he wants to start doing a lot of good for the community because that's what Nip was into, and eventually Lauren London would notice this, and essentially he could bag Lauren London, so be in a relationship with her because she's a bad B word is exactly what he said. And then he said he would give her.
You can say what he said. You're not saying it.
Okay,
that's what he said.
And then he said that he would give her a year to cry it out, and then after the year they could be together. So everybody was outraged about this. I know I was, but some of the celebrities that spoke out about it was T.I. T.I. told him to fix up. The Game checked him. Tank checked him. He was Donkey of the Day on The Breakfast Club, if any of you guys listen to The Breakfast Club. Mm-hmm. And I felt like Charlamagne gave Donkey of the Day not only to Kodak, but also to celebrities for checking him, because Kodak then tried to apologize, but it was like not sincere.
It was like
he
a
was like, I said what I
half.
said, and you guys weren't listening to what I said. If I disrespected Lauren, I'm sorry, but I didn't. That's not apologizing, because you can't tell Lauren how she took it, right?
Yeah.
And then he was like, but to anybody else trying to, I apologize to Nip and Lauren, but to anybody else, like, they can F off. Essentially, that's kind of what he said. And then Charlamagne was saying that those celebrities, so I guess T.I. and them, should have checked him behind closed doors, because then maybe he would have been more receptive to what they had to say. But he was like trying to big up his chest, like, you can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
like you said, that goes perfectly to the screw because he's immature. And you could say he has bops, but I ain't into them rappers anyway. So
Mumble rap.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Mumble rap.
You don't like any of Kodak's
I mean, but
music?
I don't think Kodak is
I
a
don't bump
mumble
him.
rapper.
No.
I think the South is just different. Like they
Yeah.
just talk different.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So it's not really he's mumble rapping. He raps like he talks. Like so.
What's
But going
funny-
back to
yeah.
Kodak though, that's obviously an extreme violation. Like there's
Facts.
no way
Facts.
that a man can. First of all, you shouldn't even be talking about Lauren. Period.
Facts.
Yeah.
But no matter how long ago Nip passed, there should never be a conversation where I want to get with Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that it just happened and he went on social media to do that, I don't know if that's clout chasing or if it's just. To me, he's just, like you said, he's just immature. It's like,
It doesn't matter, man. That's a
Yeah.
death us.
For sure. So
No
for
one
me,
can.
when I heard about it, I actually, what I thought and what I actually saw were two different things.
Yeah.
So initially, I thought it was like one of those, like, I'm looking in my camera, Facebook Live, and said this disrespectful stuff. Mind you, what he did say was disrespectful and should have never happened.
Yeah.
But it almost looks like he doesn't even really know that someone was filming that. You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
think he
But it
knew
doesn't
he was
matter,
on
though.
I don't know, but I'm saying, like,
I hear what you're saying, though.
So that's what I feel like. I thought, I'm like, what? I'm like, he actually looked in the camera's face and said this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But either way, it was wrong. So that was one thing. And I mean, I get where Charlamagne's coming from, but I think I would have not. I would have looked at, I think, the whole industry different if nobody checked him.
Yeah, facts.
absolutely.
So I get checking him behind closed doors, but
Yeah.
no, someone needs to check him.
Yeah.
Right,
And I
especially
feel like
on
he
that
did it
platform.
He did it publicly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I can check him publicly.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
I think more so it wasn't even 100% about checking Kodak, but it was also saying, like, we do not stand for what Kodak
Facts.
said.
Facts. Yeah.
And somebody's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
for sure.
address it. And I didn't think what T.I. or anybody did was wrong.
No.
But Kodak has, and the thing about it is, because a girlfriend of mine, we always laugh at the stupid stuff that Kodak does, because he's shown his immaturity in many different ways before. But so it's not surprising. Like, him saying it wasn't surprising, and anybody who was surprised, like, obviously you don't pay attention to the things that come out of this little boy's mouth.
Yeah.
Right? But it was the fact that it's like what was surprising is because, you know, when you make a mistake,
Yeah.
but you might not think it's a mistake until somebody tells you it is. And once you realize, then you can be sincere to say,
Yeah.
that's not how I meant it. How I meant it was this. But the ignorance in his apology is
Yeah.
really what pissed me off.
Yeah.
Even when he was like, well, Lauren London's bad, and anybody would want to be with. If Lauren came to you right now and said she wanted to be with you, you're not going to say no to her.
Right.
And like, that might be true.
Yeah.
However,
That's not the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It didn't seem like you were paying any respect to Nipsey.
Yeah. And it's still fresh.
Yes. And the last thing I wanted to say about this was Charlamagne made a good point, and then I also heard somebody else. Charlamagne was saying that, you know, when they say, oh, this person is canceled now?
Yeah.
He was saying, if you're canceling, like, if you're canceling Kodak, there's a lot of other people who do disrespectful things as well that they should be canceled for. And the second part is, I hate fake outrage, where it's like, don't get me wrong, I don't rate what Kodak did at all, but guys in the industry do disrespectful stuff all the time. For instance, T.I. When T.I. cheats on Tiny like it's a sport all the time. That's disrespectful to your marriage.
That's not true. Black men don't cheat.
Okay. So, well, the black men in the South do.
Whoa.
But for you to be
Brampton,
like...
man. It's Brampton in the South. That's it.
I feel like distinguish what you're standing up for, because I do feel like he's standing up for Nip, not so much Lauren. Yeah. It's more like you diss my man, not like you're disrespecting his wife.
But that thing is, everybody has their own moral compass, right?
Yeah.
So certain things to you may be more offensive than other things. So that goes to each his own, right?
Yeah.
But I agree with you. Like, they're both horrible things, but some people find one thing worse than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if you guys actually notice, but I think there's certain things that always go too far, and then there's things that are like you said, they're far, but people are like, And for me, when I obviously what Kodak said went too far to begin with, but when you have certain people talk on the issue, that's when it's like, okay, yo, you've crossed the line. And I don't know if you guys know, but Big Boy commented.
Yeah, I saw
and Big Boy is someone who doesn't comment on a lot of things. You know what I mean?
I didn't know he doesn't comment.
Big Boy is he's very like he even said in his comments that like basically
himself, pretty much.
I see a lot of stuff and I have my own personal opinions. But I don't speak on it.
Yeah.
But that particular thing, he's like, yo, honestly, he had to speak on it because he's like, you know what? He looks at Lauren as like family, and he's like he feels that where Kodak is stemming from is kind of what Sierra was saying. He's like, hip hop does not believe in this. This is like what you're doing is disrespectful on so many different levels.
Yeah.
And we as an industry need to basically he's saying discipline our own. So when people step out of line, they need to get to a point where it's like, okay, you know what, you are a child of hip hop, or you are, you know what I mean, and we need to correct that.
Yeah. And so, just to be clear, we're talking Big Boy, the radio personality, not Big Boy, the rapper.
Oh yeah, no, we're talking about the rapper.
No, it was Big Boy, like the one that lost all the weight. That's the Big Boy that said it, not Big Boy, dark skinned Big Boy from Outkast.
That's what I thought we were talking.
Yeah, no, that I know. So that's
the radio
personality. The guy who said it, but
I mean, like he has a platform to comment on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Not to. You know what I mean?
No, I just didn't know which Big Boy.
But I rated his out of everybody the way he broke it down, because again, like with The Game and T.I., they're talking about their friends. I don't think that they were really like, it was more like, yo, don't disrespect my partner's girl. Not like, yo, Lauren's going through a tough time, don't disrespect her. And I felt like Big Boy was more so speaking from Lauren, because what I'm saying is like, The Game had a whole song about sleeping with Kanye's wife. You know what I mean? Like, you don't respect people's wives, so what are you talking about? Like, because it's your friend now, it shouldn't be a disrespect, but you have to have the same
all around.
Like moral compass, like
I think
Superfly Forte was saying.
I think the point of it is that you're absolutely right, but I think it's more like death is final, and that's how they're looking at it.
True.
Whereas, to be honest, a lot of people don't care about cheating as much as they might have before, right? Like, I definitely, and again with what you're saying, I didn't respect that Game said that.
Yeah, that was whack.
But it didn't surprise me. That's his character to me. Like, he
Game is
he does very catty things all the time. Like, the Game is a catty.
What does he do that's catty?
I mean, we're not gonna talk.
We didn't gonna get into all that, but he does. Like if someone was gonna, you knew he was gonna be one of those people.
Like, I'm not like, why do you have a single? Do you want me to say your name? Okay, Karuchi. Like, why? Why? Like, he does catty things.
But just so again, it was very immature of Kodak, and what he said was wrong 100%, but I felt the immaturity lied in his apology more than even his actual statement. Because I definitely do think he was just having a conversation with friends. Honestly, he wasn't thinking about who else was going to hear this. Doesn't make it right, but his apology didn't seem sincere at all.
He should have just left it alone.
And I would have, honestly, if he said nothing at all, I probably would.
Better than that.
Yeah, his apology was whack. So it was very immature.
Off of Kodak. There you have something to say about Kodak?
No, I was just gonna say I don't agree with the canceling either. But so does he get a pass, or what is?
Well, I don't think anybody in the room was ever a fan of Kodak.
I was never.
That's why I said
I didn't listen to his music before, and I probably won't listen to it after. So.
The only Kodak guy uses film.
To be honest, I think if anything, music wise, he probably hurt some of the relationships he did have with Atlanta artists or records or record labels or anything like that. A lot of places
are saying they're not going to play his music. I don't think that's going to last very long.
No.
Some DJs said they're not going to play his music. I also don't think that's good. Maybe in LA. He might be canceled.
In LA for sure.
But I can't see that going on for very long. But I don't think I think that Kodak does many things that are he's going to cancel himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
In his own time.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So I want to kind of talk about how you feel that, like, how did you know that you're now old? Like, you went from being young to being old.
First of all, let's put this in perspective.
Older.
Okay?
You know what? Let me tell you something. Whoa.
When I just saw the whole left side of the table got real offended.
Yo, when I see Sierra have that smile on her face, I'm watching. You just very carefully because I'm like, what is gonna come? How's she gonna wear this?
Older.
Old is just perspective. All right.
Okay, I like
Old
that.
is a
An
state of
older
mind.
person would say that.
Yeah, because if you're 60,
There's shots today.
you're not gonna think I'm old.
That's true.
All right. Okay,
know what?
so let's start there. And secondly, I just like to say I'm aging like fine wine. So
Thank you.
y'all.
That's what I was gonna go with. You can call me old any day you
I didn't
want.
say you looked old. I said what makes you feel
I hear you, but I'm saying
older
I'm
than
not insulted
before.
because if this is what old looks like, then y'all should want to be old. Okay, so it's cool.
I know what you're saying, so let me kind of step back and answer your question now that we've clarified.
Ain't nobody old here.
Is it still fuck us? Because I was on your side.
No, it's fuck Sierra.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shots all day.
I'm gonna be at your birthday party, and I'm gonna be counting your age. I'm gonna be singing so loud that happy birthday. And she turns. I'm not even gonna put her on blast and say the numbers. But
I'm turning 30.
All right.
And I'm excited to be that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be the guy in there with the shirt that says the old guy. How about that?
Yeah, when I realized I mentally felt old,
it
was when they introduced day parties in Toronto. That changed the entire game. Let me just say that right now. It changed the entire game. Because before, I used to go to parties late night, go out, parties down at 3, 4, Soca Fets especially, then at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, go out to eat after, get home when the sun is rising. There's no chance that I'm doing something like that now. I'll tell you that right now. It's rough because now day parties are here. It's like I will party in the daytime and be home before dark and be happy.
Wow.
I get a full night's sleep.
Wow.
So, with you saying that, I think that even though we're like 20 days apart, I think that I aged faster than you. Because there were many times where you wanted to go to Hong Shing or what's it, Happy 7?
Happy 7.
Happy 7.
Yeah.
And
Happy 7?
It was a beautiful place.
Well, what do they serve?
It's
there?
Chinese.
Oh, okay.
But it got shut down. I think that as much as certain times I was hungry, I was like, I do not want to go out for food. Like, I'm tired. I want to go home. And you're like, no, let's just go out and get some food. And okay, fine. And then after, like, the food hits you, it's like, damn, I really wish I was at home right now. So I definitely think that we aged a little differently there. For me, physically, it's basketball. Okay, because I can't keep up with these young kids like I used to be able to. Okay, I will put it out. Sometimes I'm like, "Oh, take the shot, boy." It's
So
okay.
you're looking like Dirk out there.
And let's not go that far. Don't be disrespectful now. Don't be disrespectful.
Hey, Dirk dropped 30. Dirk
I don't care. Don't be disrespectful. Man, looks like you can hardly walk. But I'll let you get a few more shots than I would have before. You know what I mean? Or let you drive in. Like, go ahead. It's cool.
Why do you think I'm retired, man? You gotta know when to go.
Well, the thing is called age versus maturity, right? I think that you're more mature in that because I should have retired like 3 years ago, but I can't let it go. Okay?
Yeah. Sometimes you just can't. There's some things you can't let go.
You gotta hold on to it. When you get older, there's some things from your youth that it's like, this is part of me. I don't want to let this go.
Listen, I'm sitting here hurting from yesterday's run. Okay.
I feel two things that let me know, a few things actually. Number one, the gym. So I have been, well, not anymore, but I was going to the gym 24/7. And I noticed that my knee was bothering me. And I'm like, oh, whatever, my knee is bothering me. Maybe I'm not stretching properly, whatever. And then eventually it got to be so bad because, as I said, I facilitate. So I'm teaching for 6 hours a day for 6 weeks straight at a time at work. And it was just like crazy because at the time I was going to the gym because I was getting ready to go to Jamaica. I go to my doctor and she's telling me that I have a meniscal tear. Right? And it's like, I'm thinking, honestly, when she's like, you're going to go for an x-ray, blah, blah, and I'm thinking they're going to tell me I twisted, or I don't even know. Like, nothing real. Yeah. But I should also say I've never had real surgery. Well, a C-section is real, but I've never been put to sleep or anything like that. I've never dealt with that. So when she told me, oh, you have a meniscal tear and whatever, you have to have surgery, that is the moment that I'm like, I'm not young anymore, and I'm thinking to myself,
Spring
how long is this, right? Like, how long is this going to take to heal? Yeah. How long am I? And I've been putting it. I have not gone back.
Got it done?
No, because I wasn't doing it before my trip. Number one, and then with work, with my coworker going away, I was like, I'm not doing it. And then I was like, I'm not doing it before my birthday, and now I'm like, okay, well, I'm not doing it before the summer because I don't want to ruin my summer, so I keep putting it off. But then that also made me not go to the gym because if I go too many days in a row, then
you feel it.
Exactly. And that was when I'm like, just little things, going up the stairs, coming back down the stairs, like
your bus.
Not even tired. I'm in pain.
You're in pain. Okay.
And that's different than bus.
Exactly. Being tired from going up and down the stairs could just mean that I need to go to the gym. Right? But like actually being in pain, it's like, and then I call my grandma, she's like, oh, my knee. I'm like, oh, my God. You know? And it's so crazy how it's like your joints, everything just, it's like one day you wake up and it just feels different.
That's so true. Like, I sometimes, like, when I'm playing with my daughter, I want to sit on the couch and she's on the floor. She's like, no, come on the floor and play.
No.
You know how much of a task I do it.
You can get down there.
I still do it.
I do it too.
Getting up is so
But let me ask you something. Do you do it on your own, or does the couch have to assist you?
Right?
I use the couch. Absolutely.
Couch assists me up, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You think I'm getting up on my own? Crazy? No.
So I mean, I don't want to say when you notice you're getting older, but you notice when times have changed. So if that's scenario for me, whatever game we try to play on the ground, we're gonna try to play that in the couch. We're gonna try to set that board up on the couch, maybe,
and just stretch over it.
What about with music?
So okay,
DJ, right?
so here's there's a couple of angles I was gonna. So let's get to the music. So music. Definitely the music of today is not appealing. Yeah, definitely not appealing.
Trash.
But you know when people are like, I think when I was young and like I used to see my mom, my uncle, and they hear a song, they're like, ooh, they close their eyes and they're jamming, and I'm like, what are they feeling? I don't feel that. I'm like, I hear the song, but I'm like,
you can't even understand it. How do you sing along to this?
Yeah. But now I feel that. Like there's certain songs that come on and I'm like, yo, this takes me back to a time, takes me back to a place, and I get in that actual jam. Like you can't disturb me right now. You need to stop speaking. When the song's done, then we can continue the conversation.
I want to know how. Okay, so I have two of my cousins. One is turning 19 and the other is turning 13. Right, but we grew up like brother and sister. And
their brother and sister.
Their brother and sister. Gotcha. And I thought I was like the cool cousin. I'm young still, whatever. And I realized I'm old because when I pick them up, we go places, and I want to listen to like Drake. And like to me, Drake is young people music, or I feel you. Even somebody, let's even say like Future. To me, that's young people music, and they're like.
No,
not
young
really.
Music, if it doesn't have a Lil in front of it, it's not for
They have some.
No, seriously, their hair is not colored. They don't have some beads in there.
If you don't have dreads, if you don't have face tattoos,
exactly. And that is when I'm like, wow, I listen to mature music. I thought like mature music to me is like listening to the stuff that our parents listen to, but mature music to them is listening to Drake, and that says a lot about their
for
age.
sure. And I'll be honest for myself, even the selection of parties that I go to now, totally different. Like I can't go to every and anything. It has to be a particular party where I know the crowd's gonna be a certain majority. And I hate to go to a party and it's like young is there. Like I'm I can be there, but I just feel older than I should.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
if you go to a party and see somebody that you were a reading buddy for, you shouldn't be there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's that time it's time to retire.
Party, and this was a few years ago. I went to a party, me and my girlfriends, and this kid was like, "Excuse me, miss, can I pass you?" And that's when I felt
Excuse me, miss.
I said, "Excuse me, miss," and I was like, I think I was like 25. So he was probably, and think about fake IDs too. So he could have been even younger.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I grabbed him like, I look like a miss. I was so hurt.
Shout out to him and his parents.
Yeah, he definitely had manners. Because that's another thing. That's another thing. These kids today don't have any of those. Because my same cousin, I saw her hanging out with a bunch of friends in the mall. So think about going to the mall when we were teenagers and stuff. If you saw somebody's family or whomever, it's nothing to say like hello, good night. These children did not even stop their conversation. I was like, hello, hi, good evening.
Wow. And you're that old person now that's like trying to run them down.
I call myself that too, the miserable old man.
Miserable old man.
If I listen, let me tell you something. I know we're talking about age versus maturity, but do not let me hold the door open for you.
And you don't say thank you.
Oh, you just lit a fire under me. Yeah, like I'm lit right now. I will. Excuse me.
Yeah.
The door's open, right? You're welcome.
I'll be honest. I want to push you back through the door and close the door.
Let's try this
Open the door
again.
yourself. Open the door yourself now.
Too.
The thing with these kids, though, man, like.
Or chip you as you walk by.
Again, the music influences the culture.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no respect.
There's nothing positive or like educational about anything they're listening to right now. Like at least in our generation, there was that. There's that too. There's a lot of disrespectful gangster music, a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we had balance. Like we had different artists that do different things.
Yeah.
They just have one straight, one lane, and that's it.
And I feel like for us when we were younger, I feel like R&B was a thing, whereas now people are like R&B.
Yeah, because R&B.
Can you name a new R&B singer?
Exactly.
My daughter was like, she put her genre of music, what she likes the most, in order, and she was like, R&B is my favorite, and I'm like, what do you listen to? What is R&B to you?
It's different than what it should be.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't even remember who she said because it wasn't that, but I think she was trying to say like, I'm just so embarrassed. But it was like she tried to be like R&B to her was like
probably Drake, like
or Ty Dolla $ign.
No. Like like that. I guess top 40 type of stuff, like Maroon 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
She's like, she said like Bruno Mars and Cardi B. That is not R&B.
Yeah. You know what?
Bruno Mars can make
you can. He's
pop. I'm gonna give him
he's pop, but I can understand. Like that's not a bad comparison.
But it's a comparison in the sense of like then when she says rap, she's talking about like.
Little whatever.
Exactly. And it's like when we're listening to music in the car, because this was a debate on Instagram the other day. A blogger posted, do you listen to like music with swear words, or will you listen to your music in the car with your kids? I am guilty of this. I do let my kids listen to practically everything. I try to listen to the mostly edited music, but there's some times where it's not, and we have that conversation. You don't repeat certain words, whatever. Anyways, there are times where you're listening to this music in the car and you get uncomfortable because even if it is edited, it's so wrong.
Listen, I feel like really bad for the females, like even having a daughter coming up. Every female rapper, it's all sexuality. Like I listen to City Girls, it's like it's all about like selling your pussy. Like that's all they're rapping about. It's like true. It's horrible.
And the difference is, I feel like with the music that we listen to, because Lil' Kim was saying the same things, Eve was saying the same things, but it was more like innuendos, or however you say it, where it wasn't like you didn't understand. Doing It by LL Cool J was probably my number one.
I didn't even know what he was talking about.
Like, you know what I mean? You didn't know what they were talking about. And to be fair, I don't think my daughter knows what they're exactly talking. Like, she's like, please me. I don't know. It's like, excuse me. So it's like they don't understand, but it's still so like
in your face. Like,
but I also feel like it's because you're in the different
era. Like I understand it.
Well, no, not even that. Like you understand it, but now you're on the seat of being the parent.
The parent, yeah.
Now where they're like, "What, mom? What's wrong?"
Yeah,
like
because I definitely couldn't play doing it with anybody home.
I remember IMX came out with that song, and then in part of the song they're talking about their first time. Yeah, and I was singing that with my mom in the car, and she slapped me.
R&B track. Like, that was that serious.
That was a big tune.
Right? But she's like, what? Because I was probably like 14 at the time. She caught me in the back of my head.
But you know what? A lot of things also is like, because I remember like I think our generation, we also got trickled down of our parents' music.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like when they're cleaning a house, there's certain songs like you know it.
Yeah,
so
for sure, 100%.
You still like that stuff. But like this new generation, they don't know anything about what came before them.
Yeah. Well, I listen to it too, but I do agree. Like if I could go for days, but I also, to piggyback, even when we listened to our parents' music, but we also had artists that, like, when Destiny's Child was Destiny's Child, or even when Solange made music, or we had boy bands and girl bands and stuff like that, where they were not making salacious music. I guess they were still making. That's why all these celebrities, when they broke out, it's such a big thing, because it's like, what the hell? They were just singing about candies and lollipops, and now they're talking about, you know what I mean? Whereas our kids, they don't have that. It's literally 14 years old, 15, 16, these little rappers are talking about doing drugs and having sex and carrying guns. There was no transition into that.
That's true. Yeah, there was no like kid star.
Exactly. There was no Lil Bow Wow, call me Shad Moss. It was just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the scary part.
So I mean, we talked about music, but is there anything you would say TV wise, like let's say the type of shows or
cartoons nowadays suck? No, seriously, and it's the same thing. Like some of the stuff my daughter watches, I'm like, turn that off. I feel like it's not appropriate, and it's on YTV or TVO, whatever. Yeah.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah.
That's what made me feel old. I'll say that. Like not even just so much TV, but technology. That's how another reason I know I'm getting old, because this whole like YouTube generation, I don't watch YouTube, period. Like so for the kids that literally sit there and watch other kids playing and even the adults that watch other adults living their lives, it's like I've never caught on to that.
So do you even realize that there's no like commercials anymore for toys? Because it's on YouTube.
There's no need.
Even like when you're talking about feeling old, like where's the commercials? Where's Tonka? like I don't get it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
True.
There's like for me, kind of what Jesse was saying with the YouTube thing. It was there's actually a situation I went through. So we went to the Keg, and I think right here off of, well, not right here, but in Ajax. So we get there. It's for my mom's birthday, and my kids are there. We walk into the Keg, and they're saying, you gotta wait for your seat, whatever. And I can see my daughter like in the corner, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" Like, she just looks like off. So I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "Daddy," and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Do you know who that is?" And I'm like, I know who.
Oh my god!
And she's like, I'm looking through the Keg, and I see regular people.
So you're thinking like a real celebrity. Yeah.
So I'm like, who are we looking at? She's like, that family over there, and I'm like, family. I look over, I see this regular black family. I'm like, what? Who? Like, is there somebody who does something? She's like, they're on YouTube. They're like YouTube stars, and I'm like, what?
Who was it?
So I didn't even know, but apparently there's like a black family
in Ajax.
They
no, because Latoya's not here anymore.
No, she's not here.
But it was probably the Rush family.
Oh
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
so
my daughter's obsessed.
I know she's not here anymore, but I didn't know how old they are.
I guess they show them as a family traveling together, eating together, doing all these things, and she's like well invested.
And
I was like totally confused, and I was like, okay, I'm like, so are you good? She's like, I want to go see her.
I'll tell you right now, if that's my daughter, we're not going nowhere.
I hope you're enjoying our episode. We will continue it next week, so stay tuned. Happy Easter. A2D.
That wraps up this week's show. The Agree to Disagree family can be reached on all social media at A2D The Show. That's A, number 2D, The Show. You can agree to disagree, but thanks for listening.